Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Jay Hollingshed. I help athletes win more competitions and consistently get better stats. I help entrepreneurs become more productive and consistently earn more profit. I am your high performance mindset coach, Jay Hollingshed, back again with another episode of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is episode 87 of 365. We have been consistent and we are rolling. This is episode 87 of 365. And this episode is, what is today? Today is Tuesday. Tuesday, day number 3, we talk about pillar number 3, which is focus and concentration. Before I get into the subject of tonight, let's give our thank yous. My brother AJ, front row seat as usual. My wife Lisa Hollingshed, front row seat as usual. My cousin Sonia Bird in the house. What's up, cuz? You got in early, you in the front row seat. Teresa Jackson, thank you for tuning in. Oh, wow. Michael Drain, you tuning in. Everybody's tuning in. I appreciate you. Those of you that are my first time watchers, my first time listeners, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you want to catch this episode in its entirety, feel free to go to my YouTube channel, which is Jay Hollingshed on YouTube. You can also catch any of my episodes between 1 and, between 1 and 87. Catch all of my episodes on my YouTube channel. All right, Dominique, you tuning in no, that's Donnie. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Donnie, I appreciate you for tuning in. Donnie Mahega, I appreciate you. Now, let's get right into the subject for this evening, focus and concentration. Now, this evening's episode comes from, I did some research and I've went to a website of a lady by the name of Fiona Parr. Miss Fiona Parr. She is a focus expert living in the United Kingdom. She's been doing this thing for about 35 years. So she has a little bit of expertise, and I went to her website and pulled some information down so I can share with you all. Joyce Cox, thank you for tuning in on this Focus and Concentration Tuesday. You're right on time before I get into this thing. Now, here we go. Focus and concentration. According to Fiona Parr, before I get into her, let me give you my definition of focus and concentration. To focus is to direct your attention to one thing. Directing your attention to one thing is focus. Now, to concentrate is to narrow your focus to a specific area of that one thing, often incorporating your 5 senses. You sometimes want to incorporate your 5 senses when you do your concentrating, because that helps you create an experience, which brings you into, it brings you to become one with what you are focusing on. Now, let me give you a few examples so you can understand the difference in focus and concentration. Now, we focus on the forest. But when we concentrate, we're concentrating on a tree within the forest. So, like I said, broad focus, you bring it in narrow. You narrow down to something you are concentrating on. Here's another example. Rainbows. We focus on a rainbow, but we concentrate on where one color ends and the other color begins in the rainbow. Here we go again. Focus wide. Narrow down to concentration. What else we got? Let's see. Focus, concentration. We did the rainbow. We did the forest. Music. Music is a really good one. Music. You focus on the music, but you concentrate on one instrument. Broad, bring it into narrow. Focus, narrow down to your concentration. You have to focus before you concentrate. Now, let's get into what Fiona Parr says. What does focus and concentration do? I'm going to cover 2 areas. What focus and concentration does. The second one is who benefits from focus and concentration. Now, what does focus and concentration do? It reduces the effects of stress on the body and in your work and personal life. Focus also improves communication, self-confidence, and self-esteem. Many of us have issues with that because we don't have any clarity, especially when it comes down to what we're doing and how we are involved in what we're doing. So focus also improves communication, self-confidence, and self-esteem. Now, focus helps you make good decisions and strengthens your creative work. A lot of us are very creative in what we do. My cousin Sonia Bird that just tuned in earlier, she is a seamstress and really good at what she does. But her creativity flows when she focuses on what she does, when she focuses on her work. And it shows in her work. It shows that she gave attention to detail. She focused and she concentrated, and her work is fabulous, flawless. Now, also, focus and concentration supports healing and self-improvement and your ability to take care of yourself. Also, it helps unleash your creativity. That's what focus does. Now, who benefits from focus and concentration? People who are committed to their own personal development and personal growth. People who want to make the most of their lives. People who want to succeed. People just like you, those of you that are tuning in and watching this. Focus helps you succeed. Now, also people who know they have creative potential but can't get their project off the ground. Focusing and concentration helps them get their creativity up and flowing. It primes that well of creativity, and once that well is primed and their creativity starts flowing, focusing allows that to happen. Focus allows your creativity to flow, allowing you to be more productive in what you do. DJ Daughtry, I appreciate you tuning in, man. You are a regular, so I appreciate you for tuning in, man. Thank you so much. Two more things that focus does. Two more categories of people that benefit from focus and concentration. Those experiencing personal difficulties find that focus helps obstacles dissolve and their problems become manageable, bringing increased ease, joy, and flow into their lives. As I was saying earlier about priming that well and allowing that creativity to flow, focus and concentration allows your life to flow better. Life flows in a direction, okay? Life comes at us and it keeps going, but sometimes it comes hard. So when we focus on the things that we need to focus on, it allows life to flow with ease. So focus and concentration can help your life flow better. One last point on that, people who experience difficulty communicating with others develop more confidence, self-esteem, and it enables them to open up to others from a place of safety, trust, and enhancing the quality of all their relationships. When you focus on yourself and those you are dealing with, giving them your attention allows them to know, feel, and realize they are appreciated. And so that energy is reciprocated back to you. There is an exchange of appreciation. That's what focus does with all your relationships. Not just your relationships at home, but your relationships at school, work, life, and in your extracurricular activities. Now, here are a couple of more things I want to mention before I end this. Focusing and concentrating provides clarity because you are tuning everything else out that does not matter at that time. All energies are directed to the task at hand. Now, if your mind is cluttered, this is a good one. If your mind is cluttered, you have no clarity. And it is full of confusion because there is too much to focus on. You have things here, there, everywhere. Every ounce, every place in your head is full and it's tight, kind of like a can of sardines. Everything is packed tight. You're trying to focus on everything. You got too much going on. It's confusion, headaches, everything else that comes with confusion, high blood pressure, stress, all of that. As I stated earlier, focusing relieves stress. But if your mind is cluttered, you will end up with stress because there's too much for your mind to focus on. You're putting too much pressure on your mind and too much of an expectation of your mind's capabilities, of your mental capabilities. Now, it will have your mind jumping from one thing to the other without being completely successful at one thing, forcing your mind to multitask on a tremendous amount of things, causes a tremendous amount of pressure. Here we go in saying that the body follows the mind. The body always follows the mind. Without focusing and concentrating, we will find ourselves acting in a confused manner because The body follows the mind. If our mind is confused, we're going to be confused. If we think we don't know which way to go, we're going to act like we don't know which way to go. If we think we know the right way to go, we're going to go the right way. Simple as that. The body follows the mind. James Blakely, another firefighter. I appreciate you tuning in, man. JB, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. I appreciate you, brother. Now, if you want to know the state of someone's mind and the way they think or what's on their mind on a regular basis, look at their personal space. Look at their car, their desk at work, their room, their house, their closet, their garage, etc. Look at all those things. Why do I say that? Because our outer world is a direct expression of our inner world. And our inner world is our mind. So what goes on in our minds will go on our outside and our surroundings. Like I said, you think confusion, you're going to act confusion. You think clarity, you're going to move with clarity. So if your mind is confused and cluttered all the time, your desk will be cluttered all the time. You will have 1,000 sticky notes on your desk at work. Your closet cluttered. The trunk of your car, you open it up to look for a spare tire. Your trunk is a spare closet for your house. Why? Because it's full of clutter. It's cluttered up. Everything. I tell my wife all the time, when we're driving by people's houses and the garage is up and you see it's a mini storage that's unorganized, junk everywhere, it bothers me. I can't take that. I can't take that. So I say our garage will be for cars, and things that are in the garage will be organized. So because I have to have a place of clarity. I can't function without clarity. It will drive me crazy. And that's probably that ADHD thing I got going on. I don't know. Sherry Ellis, thank you so much for tuning in. Now my wife is confirming, yep, it does bother you. Yeah, I know, baby, I know. So if you want to know the state of someone's mind, check out their surroundings, how they carry themselves, even how they dress. If their clothes are in a disarray, that comes from their mind. Their mind is in disarray. Dr. Joy Kasama, thank you so much for tuning in. Wow. That's one of my coworkers from Labana working in the emergency department. Dr. Joy Kasama, thank you so much for tuning in. Wow, I appreciate you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So that's all that I have right now for episode 87 of my 7 Pillars of Mental Performance in 365 days. Those that have just tuned in, I would greatly appreciate if you can watch this on repeat, rewatch it, or go to my YouTube channel where you can watch the entire video. Thank you so much, and be well, stay blessed. Through love, be a blessing. God bless.